Oh, she's way over in the back, which is not the greatest. Come on. Whoa, 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 whoa. Myself, let me get back far enough. I can't even see her, that's the problem. Whoa! Here we go. Oh! Cook, 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 cook.
You're good.
Keep cooking for me. Just, I'm okay. Don't touch her. Holy cow, guys, finally the first lock of the day. This is actually pretty cool. This is a pinstripe that is possibly a chocolate bred to a mahogany, so it could produce some pretty cool stuff. Regardless, I remember yesterday when I said that a storm front was coming through, low pressure, and I thought everything would be breeding. Well, it turns out that this is the first lock. Not one snake was breeding down here. Now, truth be told, the storm kind of did get delayed a little bit. Tomorrow is the big storm coming through, so I still saw a drop in barometric pressure, thinking that a lot of animals were going to be breeding, but this is the first lock of the day, which is just absolutely incredibly crazy, because again, I thought for sure we'd see a bunch of different locks. I've got just a handful of snakes still left to check, but definitely not the big day that I expected it to be. Oh, this one's really cool. Oh, it's not quite locked up. This is actually one of my favorite snakes here. This is actually a red stripe vanilla scream yellow belly. Crazy snake, and it's actually being bred to a pewter, so that's going to be incredible. This is the first time that this male has tried to breed. He's a young male, and he's actually kind of getting going here, but I'm going to leave him alone a little bit, just checking a few other things. And again, that barometric pressure, typically when it drops, causes a lot of snake breeding. Also, when a female is about ready to lay eggs, a lot of times when you see a barometric pressure drop, they'll lay eggs on that day too. So just a little trick for you guys if you're ever breeding snakes. Oh, and these guys are locked up. Oh, take a look at this pair. This is actually a lesser clown bred to a pastel leopard clown. That is a beautiful pairing there. So that's number 2 lock for the day. So that's pretty cool. And then let's see if there's, oh, this one's locked too. Oh, now look at that. No, nothing's breeding over there. Now we get over here, everything's breeding, but I'm only left with 2 more snakes to go. This is actually a scaleless head het sunset bred to a het sunset. So we could, potentially produce scaleless sunsets. Not a huge fan of producing scaleless ball pythons these days, to be totally honest with you. But nevertheless, that would be kind of a cool one because, again, the sunset is something that we proved out. The scaleless is something we proved out. So it's a little bit iconic here. So that wraps up the breeding for the day. We just had 3 males hooked up and 1 male that was almost hooked up, and that's it. So I'm going to go through, switch my males around, get them into cages so that hopefully tomorrow that big storm front comes through and we actually do see a bunch of breeding. Oh, and by the way, good morning. Welcome to the vlog. Always so amazing and so exciting to get the breeding season started. I don't know, it's like, it takes me back to my roots. I mean, it's going to be so cool to see these females starting to advance follicles and then eventually eggs and then egg cutting videos and all that stuff. But I'm going to be honest with you, today is going to be a hectic day. I have a tour that's about to start. I have a birthday party directly after that, another tour. We're open at the Reptarium today. Just a crazy booked out day. I like it when the schedule is just insane. And oh, the frogs are chirping too. Oh my God, they are so cute when they're chirping. So let's just have a great day together, guys. It's going to be hectic, but I'm bringing you guys along on the journey. And of all days, of course, Lucy had to pee and poop in her water. Now, the real tricky thing is we really like the place to smell good when we have tours and open to the public. And when you start to clean this, it really kind of stinks up the air. It takes about an hour to just kind of dissipate and ventilate out. When it's just like this, it's fine. But as soon as you agitate it, the smell just goes crazy. So I'm going to have no choice but to leave her like this for the next few hours. And then I have a little gap in between the birthday party and the final tour. That's where I'm going to have to clean Lucy out. So, Lucy, you always make my life so difficult, but I still love you, girl.
Hey guys, so I know this is kind of a weird part for me to be starting right now laying on my back, but I've actually been trying to experiment some things with chicken strip. Chicken strip's been really getting along really well. We're trying different things, and one of those things was like, I've always known that like if you hold them up high, they're always happier. However, his cage is on the bottom, so it's not up high. So I've got to figure out a way to sort of almost get down below his level. So I was thinking if I lay down on the ground and just see if he kind of reacts. Let's just see what happens. So it's important that I see his tongue click. See, like just like that. But I want a long tongue click. You know, I want him to feel curious. I want him to know what am I doing? Like I want him to think the same thing you guys are thinking. What in the world is this guy doing? Like this is ridiculous. Like, you know, things like that. I don't want him to feel afraid. Important thing here is that just like Ubusuku, I want to be able to pick him up and make him feel like he's safe even when I do. We've sort of been gifted the knowledge of how to sort of start working with him, but there are just a lot we just don't know yet. There's a lot that we're still, like even like Kevin and Brian are still learning every day themselves. It's important that we're at least willing to experiment. You can't sit there and try to pretend like we really know everything that's going on in this animal's mind, but it is important that we try to build a relationship. So I mean, I honestly, I'll sit here for 10-15 minutes, maybe even a little longer, just to see if I can at least wait. He might just out of nowhere freak out and run.
And my first tour is in the house. How are you guys doing? You guys are glasses are already fogging up because it's a little bit. Where are you guys from?
Southern Illinois.
Southern Illinois. Well, welcome. Thank you so much for coming. We're gonna have a good time. So let's jump in. All right?
Okay.
Let's do it. Doing here?
What's happening?
You guys never want to leave. What's going on?
Can't stop.
Can't get enough?
Yeah. We
Shedding some snakes over. Oh, no, you're not supposed to shed snakes, right?
Sorry about that.
I'm just joking. Don't, please, no internet hate, please.
Yeah, we're just cleaning some snakes up here, you know, Saturday. Just gotta.
What are you doing?
Keep
You're not
up.
doing anything. You gotta
Always
do
big help. Big
Yeah,
help.
big help.
On a scale of 1 to 10.
I got bit by a snake.
You got bit by a snake? You got him bit by a snake?
I'm trying to keep
Yeah.
them safe
wait,
down here.
I can't. Right there?
Oh, yes.
On a scale of 1 to 10. 10 being the best help you've ever had. 1 being not so good. Where is he?
He reminds me when I was his age. He's about a 3.
Good. Well, keep up the good work. Now that is an impressive shed skin. This is actually Cupcake, the boa constrictor shed. Look at how long it is. It's rare to get a full shed from a snake that this big, and it's pretty awesome. Now, I will say this. A lot of people make the mistake of seeing a shed like this that's probably, you know, a good 12 foot long or something like that, and they'll measure that and they'll be like, oh, my snake is 12 foot. The truth is the shed skin's always going to be longer than the snake itself. Chances are, if this is 12 foot, the snake is maybe 9 foot, something on that line. I mean, literally, a shed's going to be about 30% larger than a snake's body, to be honest with you, because it stretches and it's a little bit more elastic. Not to mention when it's out this way full up, it's not going to be as long as well. So don't ever measure your snake skin and think that that's the size of your snake. And by the way, Cupcake is definitely one of the biggest boas I've ever seen for sure. And Noah actually weighed her the other day and she's 55 pounds. Now, I'll be honest with you. You figure Ivy, the green anaconda next door, is only 45 pounds. So a boa that is 10 pounds heavier than Ivy. Again, I'm sure there's bigger boas than this. I have no doubt about it. But this is a huge boa. And the fact that RJ, what are you doing? I know you don't like the snakes, huh? And the fact that she's 55 pounds definitely has to put her in the top rung for boas. She is absolutely a gorgeous snake, but man, she is heavy. Wrapped up the first tour, which was really cool. Good people from Southern Illinois. We're gonna actually go visit them and go do some herping on a place called Snake Road in the spring. Absolutely gonna be a load of fun. I cannot wait to go do that. Now we have a birthday party just rolling in. And you know, guys, I love this part of my life. I've said this before, but it's just cool to be able to share this. You know, we get to work with these animals all the time, so as awesome as it is working with us, it is still a daily routine, right? We now get to show people these animals they get excited about, which gets me excited about. By far the best thing I've ever done in my life is the Reptarium, because I love the time I get to spend with everyone. So we're gonna go ahead and show these guys around in the birthday party, have a good time. We have one more tour, and then we're open at the Reptarium tonight. So what an awesome day. thing that's amazing is that when we started this party and kind of started going around, a lot of the girls were like, I'm not going to hold any snakes. I don't like snakes. And how at the end, every single one of them is holding sunrise and all kinds of other stuff. It makes me so happy. Not always easy getting a 20-foot snake into a box. If there's water in here, she loves to just soak, so it makes it super easy. But today we just need to clean up quick because we have a tour in about a half hour. So I have to just get this cleaned up so it doesn't stink. And so for now, no time for a bath. We'll give her a good soak this week though, for sure. Get in there, baby girl. Come on, baby. Come on. There you go. All right, so time to jump in and get this thing cleaned up. All right, my big girl, you ready to come out? Come on, big girl. There you go. Up you go, baby. Up you go. Back in your cage, sweetheart. Come on. She is so heavy. It's crazy that there's snakes that weigh this much in the world. There you go, Lucy. I know. She's gonna go up in her tree like she always does when I put her back. There you go, sweetheart. I tell you, it's so wild how reptiles sometimes can be so predictable, you know? So she'll go up there, she'll usually hang out up in the tree for a couple hours, sometimes even a day or two. I guess that's just her way of like saying, all right, I'm back in my cage. But nevertheless, we're good to go here. So get this wrapped up, clean up the rest of the place, and then we're open for the reptarium. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right, time to open up the reptarium. Let's have a good time tonight. All right, come on in, guys. Good to see you. Hi, how are you? How you doing? It's good to meet you. How you doing? Hi, how are you? Hi, how are you? It's nice to meet you too. Thanks. Come on in. Have a good time. Having a good time here tonight for sure. How you guys doing? How are you? Just gonna squeeze right through. Are you gonna feed alligators? All right. We'll have a lot of fun, I'm sure. Hi guys, how are you? Oh, there's a little baby. Hi. How you guys doing? Good to see you guys. How you guys doing? I'm glad that you guys came back. As you can see, definitely a banging night here at the Reptarium, which is awesome. I mean, love it. Get to share all the kind of passion with people. Show them animals. I mean, everyone's happy. Everyone's got smiles. It's nice and warm in here, unlike the cold outside. So look at Bella.
Those of you that do not want to hold anything.
That's awesome. That's awesome. All right, it's time to feed a couple snakes. We're going to feed Butterscotch and hopefully Snaz today. So with any luck, everything goes well. I think that she's ready to eat, and it looks like a bunch of people are ready to watch. We're going to make sure you guys are safe, number one. Hopefully, she's going to strike out, come out of the cage, and then ultimately I'm going to toss her this rabbit in the air, and hopefully she catches it in the air. Oh, she's way over in the back, which is not the greatest. Come on. Whoa, 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 whoa. Watch out, let me get back far enough. I can't even see her, that's the problem. Whoa! Here we go. Oh! Cook, 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 cook. Keep cooking for me. Just, I'm okay. Don't touch her. Okay, good.
You're good.
There she goes.
She got her.
All right, we did it, guys. We survived. Yay! Woo! All right. That was fun. That was a lot of fun. Wasn't it, guys? That was fun. That was fun. How was that, man?
That was crazy. I'm so glad that I have you to protect me though.
Yeah, you were behind me. What was up with that?
I'm not getting in front of that, dude. I got a camera. That's all I gotta do.
Be nice, bro.
Just winding down here at the Reptarium. What a great night. You know, and I haven't showed it as much recently because I don't want you guys to get bored with the content, but I tell you what, I love nights like tonight where there's people, tons of people. We're having a great time here, getting lots of experiences. Absolutely amazing. So I hope you don't mind that every now and then I share this with you. Let me know in the comments if you mind or don't mind. Regardless, we're going to wrap up here relatively shortly and call it a night. And as for now, if you enjoyed this video, here's another video if you don't mind clicking on that. Here's an entire playlist if you want to roll through a bunch of content. I would really appreciate that. Over here, you can go ahead and subscribe, turn the post notifications on. Have a wonderful day. Remember to be kind to someone, and I promise I will see you tomorrow.